The journey of Ramakrishna Mission Vidyapith began in the year 1922, and the auspicious beginning was blessed by Swami Turiyanandaji Maharaj, who inspired Swami Sadbhavananda to sow the seeds of the first educational institution of the Ramakrishna order at Mihijam. This was later shifted to Deoghar, the famous Shivatirtha, in 1923, where Swami Shivanandaji Maharaj consecrated Sri Ramakrishna's picture on the Sri Panchami day. Since then, there has been no looking back. The tiny sapling has gradually evolved into a huge tree, the edifice of man-making education, which is famous now all over India and abroad. The pivotal point of the entire Ramakrishna mission throughout the world is the Belur Mutt, the center of all activities. Sri Ramakrishna had given a metaphysical shape to the Ramakrishna order at Kausipur during his last days in 1886. Later, the disciples got together at Boranagur Mutt, and then it was shifted to Alam Bazar in North Kolkata. In the year 1893, Swami Vivekananda went to Chicago, USA, and his firebrand deliberations and words of wisdom moved the entire world. Swamiji came back in 1897 to Calcutta, the then capital of India, and formed the Ramakrishna Mission Association at a meeting at Balaram Mandir at the residence of Balaram Bose at Calcutta. Later, the monastery was shifted to Nilambar Mukherjee's garden house and finally to the present campus of Belur Mutt. Swami Vivekananda visualized the spread of education as the panacea of all evils in India. He could see that his ideas transpiring realistically in the fields of relief work or in medical services. He was also happy to see the orphanage started by Swami Akhandananda at Murshidabad. In the 60s of the 19th century, Sri Ramakrishna came to Rohini on way to Deoghar and was shocked to see the poverty and ignorance of local people. He arranged to distribute a cloth, one meal, and some hair oil to apply on dirty and dry heads of the downtrodden mass. But the educational aspect of Swamiji's ideas of service to humanity was not attempted. Swami Turiyanandaji inspired Swami Sadbhavananda in the early 20s of the 20th century to go forward to serve people, spreading the light of education. Deoghar Vidyapith has therefore the unique honor of being the first education center of the Ramakrishna Mission order. In the year 1922, Swami Sadbhavananda started a small center with 3 resident students at Mihijam. It was then shifted from Mihijam to Deoghar in 1923, and Swami Shivanandaji consecrated Sri Ramakrishna at the famous Shivatirtha with only 10 students to begin with. The present land was acquired, but it only could be mutated with the intervention of Miss Josephine MacLeod, disciple of Swami Vivekananda. Sri Dayashankar Mukhopadhyay, being the first batch student in 1925, who was 93 years old in 2008, was found recollecting memories of Vidyapith.
তখন ছাত্র সংখ্যা কত ছিল?
10 বছর। খাওয়াটা সামান্যত কোনো কষ্ট ছিল না। একটা ছোট্ট বাড়ি ছিল, সেই বাড়ি ভালোবাসতেন, সেই বাড়িটায় থাকতেন। হ্যাঁ, সেখানে থাকতাম, সেখানে টেপে টেপে আমরা এনে দিতাম। আমি তখন ছাত্র নয় তো, আমিও বেরিয়ে গেছি। সেই সুবোধানন্দ মহারাজ সেইখানটা থাকতেন, খোকা মহারাজ ওই বাড়িতে ছিলেন।
ওই বাড়িতে আপনার দীক্ষা আছে?
আমার বিদ্যাপীঠের দীক্ষা।
আপনি ওনার সেবা করছিলেন, সেই সময় দীক্ষা হয়েছে?
হ্যাঁ, সেবা করতে করতে।
Gradually, the roll's strength started to increase. Since its inception, the Ramakrishna Mission Vidyapith had to travel a long way. Numerous ups and downs and rough weather came as obstacles, but were overcome by the enlightening leadership of stalwart monks like Swami Sadbhavananda, Swami Gyanatmananda, Swami Gambhirananda, Swami Adinathananda, Swami Dhruvatmananda, Swami Bodhatmananda, Swami Raghuvirananda, Swami Hiranmayananda, Swami Pavanananda, Swami Suddha Satyananda, Swami Mitrananda, Swami Chandrananda, Swami Suhitananda, Swami Suvirananda, and many others. With a very scanty initial fund, the Ramakrishna Mission Vidyapith's journey began, and the students, along with dedicated monks and teachers, struggled through extreme toil and hardship. In spite of all sorts of tremendous austerities, the academic results were uniformly bright and promising throughout. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose heard the name of the Ramakrishna Vidyapith and came to meet the students here, and thereby inspiring them. Gradually, the Ramakrishna Mission Vidyapith experienced various developments. Area of land was increased, buildings were erected, student strength grew, all by the divine grace of Sri Ramakrishna. In 1956, Vidyapith had to have a split with the birth of Purulia Vidyapith under the guidance of Swami Hiranmayanandaji. Due to some administrative reasons, Deoghar Vidyapith retained the lower classes from 4 to 7, while Purulia Vidyapith started from class 8 to 11. Later, both the schools became a complete one with government affiliation.
Always showed the highest dignity and the greatest magnanimity, not even of the imperfection in our actions and behavior. Overall initiation, perhaps the disciple was struck with F and
Apart from the regular academic pursuits, the students of Ramakrishna Mission Deoghar Vidyapith are trained in various extracurricular activities, making their personality all round complete.
Hare
Training for moral and spiritual values are also conducted by our monks.
The fundament, the root of character
is our daily activities, that is our thoughts and deeds.
Competent coaches come to train the boys. Football, yoga, karate, gymnastics, and drill.
इसे कम करके आंकना।
Annual sports meet of Ramakrishna Mission Vidyapith being open.
The band master teaches the band party, and the cadets give a big show on the Republic Day as well as on the Independence Day. They get invitation from the district administration too.
Will be taken on Saturday, the 12th January 2008.
More than 3,000 candidates appear for the Class 6 admission test at 16 different centers all over India and abroad, all exhibiting the growing demand to be in the Vidyapith students' fraternity. After oral tests for about 150 selected boys, only 80 of them get chance for the final admission. For every newcomer, a student of class 7 is appointed as a mentor or a guide to take him to the temple, chief warden, book bank and store, a complete walkthrough of the sprawling campus, an ideal orientation exercise. beautiful tradition of morning and evening prayer, along with the evening aratrikam, gradually and steadily inculcate Indian tradition in the tender minds of the students.
Southwest monsoon still eludes Kerala. The Prime Minister of Bhutan arrives in New Delhi on a 4-day visit.
The ancient Gurukula system is the basic concept of the Ramakrishna mission Vidyapith Deoghar, and as the students come from different social environments, diverse cultures, and just like different rivers fall into the sea and assume the same character and new steam, similarly, our students lose their individual identity and become one in mind and soul, and finally comprise the unique Vidyapith family, a new breed, a new genre.
I have been working here since last more than 4 decades, and during this period, boys take parts in the different co-curricular activities, particularly in some science seminar, National Science Cyber Olympiad, thereafter the essay competition, art competition, and they are very much interested of taking part in this competition, and this increases their values, rather you can say. Recently CBSE conducted one essay competition on road safety, in which our boys, good number of boys took part in this competition, and two of our students have got first and second prizes and worth rupees cash value of 5,000 and 3,000. Vidyapith boys, actually, so far the moral values are concerned, they are coming from the different parts of the country, from different religions, different languages. So even some of the students come from the neighboring country like Bangladesh, and so they follow the same routine, as well as they live in the same hostel. You have already seen that how all the boys go to the prayer hall. This is conducted by some of the students. In the dining hall also you have seen that how the food are distributed by the students. So you can say that these type of the responsibilities given to the students, which increases the moral values. Simply by telling something about the moral values cannot increase these values. They follow all these things. So it is a we call it as a mini India, because these people live here from the different parts, and they get such type of the responsibilities. So the moral values, ultimately they love the institution, moral values automatically increase.
Within a week after the classes begin, the Vidyapith special puja and homa are performed, whereby the students utter the 5 Sankalpa Vakyas in front of the sacred fire in order to build a bright future with strong character, a benevolent mind and sharp intellect, a persona obedient and respectful to the seniors, and embodiments of the ancient traditions of service and renunciation of our country. The Ramakrishna Mission Vidyapith is self-sufficient in every aspect. With a cattle population of more than 150, Vidyapith meets its own need when it comes to dairy products. More than 4 quintals of milk is distributed to the students and the staff, while a little surplus is given for sale. And the byproduct is used to produce natural gas, commonly called the gobar gas, with which a bulk of cooking processes are done at the kitchen.
हमको यहाँ बहुत दिन से हो गया, लगभग 50 साल हो गया। हिरानंद जी महाराज जी ठाकुर की कृपा तो वही था पहले। उस बार हम जब जाए थे ना, तो श्रीकांत महाराज भंडारी महाराज थे। बहुत हम सब महाराज से मिले हमें, सब ध्रुव महाराज, फिर बाद गोविंद महाराज, इसके बाद दीपेंद्र महाराज थे। ऐसे तो सब महाराज के हमें बहुत मिले।
The Vidyapith does not have to purchase bread or biscuits or other confectionery items because it has its own bakery with very efficient staff creating delicacies. Nirbhay Nilay is the abode of peace for the birds and the rabbits. The aviary of Vidyapith is worth seeing, peaceful, serene and tranquil. Students also enjoy the lifelike jungle ambience of the adjacent artificial zoo. The tailoring section has the onus of providing different sets of uniforms that an inmate would use during different hours of the day. The students, staff, monastics and guests also get attires as and when needed. The fame of the Vidyapith Museum has gone far and wide, especially the Tribal Museum. The cultural history of India is another chapter with its irresistible charm. The Vidyapith also has a rich library which serves more than the purpose of the students in multivarious academic pursuits. The senior secondary section has its own library with numerous journals and periodicals for acquiring extracurriculum knowledge. The reading room is a part of the library itself.
Saviryam Karva
The Vivekananda Bala Kendra is the wing of Vidyapith totally engaged in Daridra Narayana Seva, service to the poor and the downtrodden. The Bala Kendra has different activities. Coaching. Swami Vivekananda wanted that the blessings of education must reach the backward classes of the society, and that is undertaken meticulously at the Vivekananda Bala Kendra. Feeding. Empty stomach is no good for education. Feeding hygienic and proper meals is regular activity at the Bala Kendra. Vocational. In modern times, bread earning requires specialized skills. Vocational training offered at the Bala Kendra looks after this aspect of the underprivileged class of the locality en route to self-reliance. Games. A healthy body and a cheerful mind is our vision, all which is achieved through the sports and games. Evening prayer. The tradition of the Ramakrishna mission is a communion with God, which is achieved through morning and evening prayers and helps the students in Bala Kendra go forward to the goal without damaging the local sentiments. Well-equipped laboratories encourage the newcomers to get into the stream of competitive exams and science education with the most modern equipment and experienced faculty. Special care has been taken to set up the computer lab in both the secondary section as well as the senior secondary sections, with maximum hands-on machine time provided to each student. For the students of the Vidyapith as well as for the poor and underprivileged people of the locality, the well-equipped Sarada Charitable Dispensary is more than sufficient for emergency. In case of major problems, the patients are sent to Kolkata or Patna. In the year 1986, the then President of India handed over the award for Best School in the field of child welfare to the then Secretary of Vidyapith, Swami Suhitanandaji, a glittering laurel in Vidyapith's history. Throughout the year, the students participate in different national and state level competitions. At the National Science Seminar, the state of Jharkhand became first in 2006 and in 2007 and was represented by the Vidyapith students. Dr. R.S. Pandey was the key man behind this brilliant success.
Today, I am very much happy and satisfied that I have got the second prize in All India essay writing competition on the topic vehicular pollution. I want to thank Ramakrishna Mission Vidyapith because giving me a platform so that I could get this prize.
I am also very happy and satisfied that I have stood first in the essay writing competition organized by the Government of India on road safety and I'm very thankful to the teachers and staff of Vidyapith who have helped and supported me in every step that I made in achieving this feat.
Student in 2007 who became champion was invited to Seoul to attend a national science seminar to represent India. This has given a good effect in our total education system in the Ramakrishna Mission. This is encouraging.
A number of celebrations throughout the year rejuvenates the mind of students as well as stabilizes the feeling of harmony of religions, an ideal propagated by Sri Ramakrishna. Baba Vaidyanath Shiva is visited every year on the Bengali New Year's Day and worshipped elaborately. Before the final exams, AISSE and AISSC in March every year, the boys go and pay their reverence to Lord Vaidyanath. The Shivaratri is a memorable festival at the Vidyapith. And, most coincidentally, the foundation day of Vidyapith is the Sri Panchami day, the day of Sri Saraswati Puja. This essential festival is itself enough to observe the foundation day. Janmashtami Day is another special day with great nostalgic value for the ex-students because they had also celebrated the day as the present boys do. There is an internal competition among the different hostels which get beautifully decorated with flowers and banners. The biennial exhibition is indeed the greatest festival in education, and Swami Suhitanandaji Maharaj, Assistant Secretary, Ramakrishna Mutt and Ramakrishna Mission, inaugurated it in August 2007. Dr. Shibaji Raha, Director Bose Institute, Calcutta, was present as guest in chief. Various awards for the outstanding performances during this exhibition as well as the academic prizes are ceremoniously given away on a convenient day. In the educational institutions of the Ramakrishna Mission, another festival of education is the examination. The students of Vidyapith go out to modern public school and other institutions for final AISSC or AISSC examinations, while the boys and girls from outside schools come to appear at the Vidyapith. From different parts of the country, distinguished dignitaries and celebrated personalities visit Vidyapith and highly appreciate the academic achievements as well as the environment as a whole, the perfect picture of an educational edifice on journey towards all-round excellence.
I am really delighted to see कि बच्चों ने जो आज प्रेजेंटेशन यहाँ पे दिया है बहुत काबिल तारीफ है। उन सब बच्चों के लिए I really have no words of praise for all of them.
Educational excursions are essential parts in complete all-round education. The students get adequate exposure and experience by this opportunity as they come to know about the lives of Sri Ramakrishna, Sri Ma Sharada Devi and Swami Vivekananda. The greatest event in Deoghar is the Shravani Mela, which takes place during the entire month of Shravana with its inimitable craze. The Ramakrishna Mission Vidyapith arranges a book stall and distributes drinking water to thirsty pilgrims pouring in lakhs from all over the country. Christmas Eve is celebrated in its truest spirits on the 24th of December every year. Christmas carols are sung by the monks, brahmacharis and the students. The Ramakrishna Vivekananda Vedanta literature propagates through the sales counter housed at the erstwhile Turyananda Dham. For the new students as well as the visitors coming to Ramakrishna Mission Vidyapith Deoghar, the lives of Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother Sri Sri Ma and Swami Vivekananda are not very much known. To disseminate all this, Ramakrishna Darshan is a beautiful exhibition on the lives of the trio. The Ramakrishna Darshan is housed at the erstwhile Shivananda Dham, and this has become a landmark in the history of Vidyapith. Senior monks of the Ramakrishna order are invited for awarding prizes to the prize winners in academics and other fields every year. Many stalwart monks of the Ramakrishna order of the likes of Swami Jagadananda, Swami Vedantananda and others have emerged out of the Vidyapith to take up responsible posts later in the mission at large. Srimad Swami Atmasthanandaji Maharaj, who served the Vidyapith in early 40s, is now the present president of the Ramakrishna order.
Swamiji, when establishing the Ramakrishna Modern Mission, had one idea special, that we spread up education amongst our people, which was lacking there. Deoghar Vidyapith is one of the nation's very early education institutions. It started very humbly, but gradually it developed, and there were some poor students also who were there free, there was no charge for them, but majority were paying students, and all arrangements were made very well, and the students also did very well after finishing the education there. They had grown well and did well in life.
Blessings of Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother Sri Sarada Devi, Swami Vivekananda, and above all, the eternal presence of Baba Baidyanath Mahadev always function as the divine catalyst over and above all the activities of Vidyapith, which is now among the brightest educational institutions of the mission as well as the country. With the rich legacy of educational excellence, spiritual upliftment, and heralding the morals, values, and ethics of our society. Students from Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Tripura, Manipur, Nepal, and Bangladesh have formed a unique forum for academic and cultural exchange and finally evolving to become luminaries in every field. A rare breed of complete human beings. A breed who with their heads held high have made India proud worldwide. The dream of Swami Shivanandaji Maharaj, this will grow into an extraordinary institution in future, has come true. The Ramakrishna Mission Vidyapith Deoghar surges ahead towards a bright tomorrow with the vow to be and make, be and make, be and make.